people called you a political prostitute because you moved from NEFF and then you went to LPM and then you came back again. So what do you think those people labels get wrong about you? And what was the whole saga about?
So you see, when some of us say we are the most feared people in this country, it's not just because we want to say it, it's literal. This country has been independent now for 35 years. Now, last year we were 34. Now, mention for me in those 34 years, when have you ever heard of a political party being deregistered in a political year? That just shows you how threatened these people were. Like literally threatened. That's why they even rigged elections, deregistered political parties, because they knew they were not going to be in power today. They had to go get Zimbabwean consultants, ZANU-PF, to consult them on how to rig elections, frustrate voters, make the long queue, make sure there are no ballot papers, stuff ballot papers, reopen polling stations, but only at specific areas that you control.
But don't you think that was just like it was not planned?
No, that was deliberate. It's not to say that was not planned. How do you go and print 3.2 million ballot papers while you only have, was it 1.2 million registered voters?
Yeah.
So that simply means you had more than enough ballot papers. You had in fact planned for that. But it clearly shows you and indicates to you that that was the idea. Now, people can call me a flip-flop or anything of the sort, but you must be able to understand, I was the threat and I still continue to be the threat at Namibia Economic Freedom Fighters. So we had a plan to say, okay, I go lay low somewhere else, and then the party just stays there. We won our court case. If you won your court case, it's like when your kabasho burns down. Where do you go? You go live in someone's house.
Yeah.
So my kabasho had been down. So I just went to go seek refuge at someone's house. And at that someone's house, I came back to my house. So that's it.
You tell them that?
Tell who?
That the LPM, that you were just there for a short
You can't, because you do not know who's your enemy.
Oh.
How do you know who's your enemy? So your plans must be discreet. Because once they know, oh, so this is the plan now, Mbori, he's just there. Okay, let's bend this one also down then. And then this one, we must make sure it doesn't go anywhere.
But NEFF knew?
Yes, they knew. Yes.
Interesting. But now, but you also, did you want to go in parliament as well?
Not, some of us have no interest in parliament. You know, some of us, we don't need positions to have influence in society. I mean, I'm more influential than, I can say, how many members of parliament? We have 104, ne? At least 100 of them combined. Their influence will still not come close to the influence that I have. And it's not to say I'm bragging or anything of the sort. But that's just the reality. I mean, if I'm to ask you now, mention for me now 10 parliamentarians. Chances are you don't know them. Go to the ordinary person and say, please, can you mention for me how many parliamentarians we have? They don't even know how many parliamentarians they have. They are there. So for some of us, the interest will never be parliament or positions, but it will be always to serve our people. And we'll serve them in whatever capacity. Whether I'm a cleaner, whether I'm just a guy who drives a taxi, we'll serve our people in whatever capacity, because serving is all that we know. We don't need positions, we don't need titles in order for us to serve our people. I mean, we have honorables, but those honorables don't even take up the problems of people. They don't fight for their people. So they are honorables for what?
For them, I think they use the system now.
What system?
That they have.
There's no system that they have. I can guarantee you now, even members of parliament, when they have issues, they come to people like us. No, I'm not joking. It sounds like a joke. So the system is only when you have control over it. If you're an ordinary MP in the opposition benches, you are just equivalent to what I am. You must probably just have the status of being called an honorable.
Yeah.
But best believe some of us, in terms of influence, we are more influential than some of you put together. And that is what true leadership is. True leadership is being able to influence. I mean, just last night, in the middle of the night, I had the Chinese embassy typing up a whole press release.
For you.
Just to say, this thing, ni hao, cha, no, Amushelelo, no, good ha. That's, but if it was a member of parliament, the room was probably ignoring, this one, what does he want?
Yeah.
But because they realize that there are people who have real influence, they immediately respond.
Responded, yeah.